Yo, welcome. We are starting something a little bit different over on the channel, which I think is a little exciting for each and every one of you. A little bit of like a weekly wrestling roundup. We're going to be going over the latest news, leaks, rumors, and everything that pretty much everybody sees on the internet and just kind of be giving our reactions to it and
Yeah.
maybe even debunking a couple of rumors out there, right? So let me see here. You're gonna have to bear with us, guys, because trying out something new on here
Trying
too,
we
make
hey,
it a
we
little
knew with
bit
it. We knew with it, y'all. Bear with your boys.
technical difficulties. All right.
But anyways, we got Friday Night SmackDown tomorrow. I know you said it was pre-taped because tomorrow is the 4th of
Correct. Yeah.
July. So if y'all are traveling, safe travels. And I mean, again, this is kind of why I feel like wrestling, and this is such a bittersweet feeling because it's good to know that the wrestlers are getting time with their friends and family to spend on holidays. But
Yep.
like since the schedules aren't the same, we don't get to see our favorite wrestlers as much. I tried to stay away from the spoilers for Friday Night SmackDown. I know one of them, but still tap in with it just to see. But again, shout out to WWE for at least allowing the wrestlers to get them, them days off. But man, does it do something to the schedule though, man, and the storylines and the mesh up? But I'm just the spectator. So again, shout out to them for getting that family time.
Yeah, for real. I mean, we've already talked about that in the past. I think it's a
Yeah.
very good thing, but it does kind of just stink, with the whole internet era, right? Like, if you just turn on Twitter, especially with the algorithms now, like you watch one thing about wrestling, you're always going to get wrestling in your feed.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
it's almost unavoidable, like when you go on either Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah.
So it is tough. But let's get to our first one here. So a little bit of breaking news today. Per Fightful, we have AJ Styles recently re-signing to a 1-year contract extension,
That ain't just
which
1 year.
when I first saw this, I was like, I had the exact same reaction as you, like, oh man, I wonder why they didn't sign him to like a long-term extension, right? But man, he is getting older. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
maybe he only has a year left.
Maybe. I mean, he been doing this for some over 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's I mean, how much more you want to put on your body? And AJ been, he's been injured quite often as of late, bro. Like these last few years, he's been definitely getting bitten by that injury bug, man. So, let's have him a great one last year run with him. I see he's going, be in a battle with Dom for the IC title. So maybe get some gold around his waist, but it's not looking like it now that Judgment Day has all the gold. So it'll be, and plus I also can see Finn Balor and Dom fighting for that Intercontinental Championship down the line. But then again, I also can see Finn Balor and AJ going at it, for the IC title. So I mean, I'm a big fan of AJ Styles. So regardless of the fact, I'm gonna be tuned in for that last year, if it is that last year.
Kind of sucks that the whole Dom thing got derailed. I actually was just talking um this week actually about this too. Like whenever that happens, you have to realize with certain guys like AJ, right? The clock is ticking, man. So like if he was supposed to win at Night of Champions and then that got scrapped and now we're
Yeah.
just going to be waiting for that time to come, who knows, like I don't want to put no voodoo out there, but injuries happen.
Sometimes it doesn't even happen though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we know WWE they'll change plans, bro, in
Yeah.
a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So man, hey, it was set up for AJ to win. Now something else can happen. Now we're gonna go in a completely different direction. I wonder how many times have these wrestlers heard them say, "Oh well, we're gonna go in a completely different direction." So that's
Yeah.
that's what it's looking like.
Yeah. So again, I mean, I'm definitely happy too. I know that some people are saying like they want to definitely see AJ, especially with the whole agreement with TNA, like maybe have like a little bit of a stint there as well,
Oh
going
yeah,
back
I
to
heard
his
that too.
roots,
Yeah.
which would be cool. You know what I mean? Other than Joe Hendry, we still have not seen that TNA crossover cross into like Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. It was only Joe Hendry at WrestleMania. Everything else
Yeah.
has been involved with NXT. So I don't
Hmm.
know exactly that partnership and how far it extends, but if that's something that he wants, hopefully down the line he gets that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shoot, it'll bring more buzz to NXT and TNA too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
100%.
it's possible. It's possible. They got quite a few TNA legends in there to actually do some business.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. So next up here, I know when I put this on the screen before, my man had a pretty funny reaction already. So apparently, Jelly Roll will have a WWE storyline that will be starting soon.
Let me guess, he gonna be in the Hall of Fame in a couple years. Like. So instead of giving Carrie and Cross a good storyline, we're gonna give it to Jelly Roll. Instead of actually having the tag titles defended, you know, at least once or twice a month, we're gonna do a storyline with Jelly Roll. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of keeping Braun Strowman, we gonna go ahead and do a storyline with Jelly Roll. I mean, no disrespect, bro, but like if
Yep.
I was some of the wrestlers, I'll be in my feelings. I'm like, bro, like it's just getting to the point where we don't need all these outside celebrities. Like, what are you gonna do in the ring, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not even trying to be funny, but like,
No, and I get it, and this is why we were so critical about all those celebrities initially coming in. Remember with the
yeah,
whole when TKO signed that deal, and we kept saying like, man, we're seeing so many more celebrities coming into the fold here, and all these different segments and stuff that they've been doing. This is just another thing, man. Like you're not just talking about a a celebrity appearance here. This is
we say storyline.
storyline.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Like,
That is
what are they even
crazy,
gonna have him do? Is my question.
man, bro. If they put him in the bloodline, bro, I quit. I quit, bro. They put this man in the bloodline storyline, bro. I quit, bro. Like seriously, I don't know what they can do with this potential storyline, but
Yeah.
like we always say over here, bro, we just gotta wait and see.
This is a wait and see that I don't want to wait and see. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying?
that's the facts, bro. This is a waste
And
and
listen,
see
I
for
love Jelly
real.
Roll. You know what I'm saying? Man, makes some good music, but let's keep him out of the
He don't
ring.
need,
All
he don't
right?
need to be in the ring, bro. Fact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. This is one that me and you actually touched base on a while ago in a video. We quickly touched on this about how Corey Graves, remember that whole thing with him and Pat McAfee,
Yeah.
or like his comments towards it, and then when he was demoted by going down to NXT.
NXT.
So, according to WrestleVoice, there's a strong push to get Corey Graves on main roster television weekly, regardless of who is or isn't available. Which I want to ask you too. Many feel he's too good and passionate to not be featured on the main roster week in and week out. And I agree. He's definitely. I think personally, Corey Graves is much better than Joe Tessitore, and I've been saying that since Joe Tess first got into
I
WWE.
thought
He's
Joe Test
not.
was on like SmackDown, right? Ain't he on SmackDown?
Yes, but here's the thing: is like it says who is or isn't available. Well, when Pat McAfee is available, he's going to be with Michael Cole.
Yeah. Yeah, they
So
the new Jim Ross and Jerry the King,
exactly.
bro.
So where
Yeah.
else would he fit other than SmackDown? Like,
SmackDown, yeah.
bro, Joe
But
Test
but Pat McAfee, he been away for a couple
4
weeks.
weeks, 4 weeks so far.
Yeah, so I mean, they don't know when he's gonna come back. My thing is this though, bro. Like Corey Graves, I feel like he had all right to kind of be in his feelings. Like, truth be told, bro, sometimes I feel like this stuff is just a popularity contest
Mm,
because you gotta and no, disrespect to Pat McAfee, but bro was a NFL punter.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? Like Corey Graves, A was a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? And B, like this is his bread and butter. So you
yep,
mean to tell me like y'all take somebody from the NFL who don't have as much wrestling experience? Like, truth be told, Pat McAfee is in that seat because he's more popular. He gets more, you know what I'm saying? He's more over, like he's gonna do the stuff that Corey Graves not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? The whole yeeting and dancing, like he's more entertaining. How about that? He's much more
Yep.
entertaining. Corey Graves is kind of, old school style, great commentary, bro. So I like both styles of commentary, but like I if I was Corey Graves, I would have been in my feelings as well, bro. So um yeah, I mean, hopefully him and Pat McAfee, like they, buried the hatchet or whatever they had, but like I can't see him, Pat McAfee, and Michael Cole. And like you said, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee already got that bond. So that
Yeah.
to me, that's already like etched in stone. So yeah, he gonna have to come up there with SmackDown. But like then I feel like the thing is you got two commentators on Raw with that energy, and then you got two commentators on SmackDown with Joe Tessitore and Corey Graves, and they both kind of got like that monotonic type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it needs to be like
Yeah.
Mike, you get what I'm saying? Like Michael Cole needs to be with either Corey Graves or Joe Tessitore and Pat McAfee and vice versa, because both of them are two high energetic commentators with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole, and then you got your two more laid back analytical, with Corey Graves and Joe. So yeah.
I agree. And the thing with Pat McAfee too, bro, is he transcends wrestling, right? He's like all over the place in mainstream media.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
You
That's why I say
know,
he's more popular. He has the popularity over Corey Graves any day of the week.
however, Corey Graves, I think, is as far as a pure wrestling announcer, he fits the
Better,
mold
yes,
much
100%,
better.
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
it's tough.
He's more about he's more about a books as far
Mm.
as what you expect a wrestling comment. You get what I'm saying?
Yep,
And
yep,
like
yep.
I said, and Pat McAfee is like the complete opposite. And I mean, who knows? Like Corey, maybe like I don't know Corey Graves like if he can still wrestle, but then again, you got Pat McAfee getting wrestling matches, and like I'm sure Corey Graves would love to have wrestled at WrestleMania. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Or love to
yep,
have wrestled at Backlash, or like he don't get those opportunities. So
yeah,
like I would get why he would potentially be in his feelings if he's in his feelings, and they just let go his wife. So
yeah,
it's a lot with him in 2025, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. So, all right, next up, here we go. We got Carrie and Cross. We wanted a Carrie and Cross update, okay? So Carrie and Cross and Scarlett's WWE contracts are set to expire in August. So those spoken to within WWE expect the duo to stay, as Cross has been obviously featured regularly. As of recent, he has been featured
Man,
recently.
bro can get
But
released
there's no
tomorrow, bro.
confirmation of any re-signing yet. So
Yeah,
let's just
man.
hope and pray they end up sticking and staying
Dog,
with
you can have a
WWE.
match on Monday Night Raw and then Tuesday morning you fired. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like we've seen it before. So until Buddy get that ink signed on that paper, but then again, if they let Cross go, I think he gonna be a crazy star somewhere else, man. Like
I
just the
agree.
just the promos he'll be able to cut. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, bro? Like, dude can low key be a menace somewhere else. So I don't know if
And
they want to.
that's the crazy thing you just mentioned about promos, bro. We still have yet to actually have him get the opportunity to cut one of them really good promos in the ring. He has not had that opportunity yet.
Yeah,
Isn't
now
that
you think,
crazy?
yeah.
Like, everything is still just
Over the
backstage.
backstage and over the internet, getting promos. Yeah, nah, I get
Yeah.
you.
So, I hope they stay. I mean, obviously, everything is building right now. The whole Sami Zayn thing, I don't think is over. But again, that's also interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where they go with this. That's kinda my issue with it is, like,
Mhm.
if they decide not to pursue the Sami Zayn stuff, well, now you're going down a path where maybe they don't re-sign him. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, let's hope that's not the case for him.
No, I definitely
Um,
want him to stay.
yeah. I think this is one of the bigger news that came out. This was oh man, this has cut us way off, huh? We gotta lean to the side
Oh
on our
yeah,
camera.
fact. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'll take it off in a second. There have been internal discussion within WWE recently about Roman Reigns' return to be Saturday night's main event on July 12th.
Duh. To get him ready for SummerSlam. Like, unless
Yeah,
he pop up at unless he pop ups on you still got it up, bro. Oh,
there
there
he
you
goes.
go. unless
Again, we're learning
unless he
here.
popped up on like SmackDown, like he's just better off popping up at Saturday Night Main Event. Like that's the next biggest. It's bigger than Raw and SmackDown. So I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. Now, I wanted to ask you quickly where you see him fitting in immediately upon
Seth
returning.
Rollins in them, bro. That's the
It's
only
gotta be,
direction.
right?
It's the only direction. Plus, Seth Rollins is fighting LA Knight there too. You know what I'm saying? So he has the match. I don't think it's a bloodline match. And to be honest, I don't think he even cares about what's going on with the bloodline. So he definitely coming back for Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman. Like he ain't forgot about that. So I definitely think he gonna be coming after Seth Rollins and them.
Do you think, or how long do you think it'll take for them to revisit him in the bloodline, however?
War games, bro.
So everybody's currently
It
speculating
is
that.
gonna be some war game stuff, man. Like I don't know if it's gonna be bloodline war games or like Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and two other guys. Like I just can't see them doing another freaking bloodline war games match. But
Yeah.
then again, shoot, maybe they will. Like it's money, it's gonna bring money. We got new characters added. So it's not like the same thing as last year. It kind of is, but it ain't. You
Yep.
know, so but then yeah. I mean, them the only two directions that they got for Roman. And he ain't going for the IC championship, the
Yeah.
US championship. Either he gonna be in a heavyweight championship picture with Cody and John Cena, in which he really ain't got beef with them right now. You know, unless John Cena start talking smack, like as John Cena beats whoever at SummerSlam and say, I've beaten them all, and then here come Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, bro, it's gonna be Bloodline and Seth Rollins for some time.
Yeah, it's like with the whole bloodline thing, they got away from it for a while, right? But now, obviously, with the new additions, we're gonna touch on this one next because you sent this to me. It's almost like they want to rebrand it or like start it back up again, right? So here we go with this one. All right. You sent this one to me. I would love if he were to debut very, very soon. I think he fits in perfect at the exact time right now. Obviously, with Hikaleo just coming in, which we don't even know what his name is going to be. Is it
It's gonna be
Talatonga?
Talatonga,
They
yeah.
haven't said it officially, but that's,
Yeah.
I guess,
Well, I'm
the
sure they're
internal
gonna
word.
it's
Which is,
Talatonga.
bro, they go from Tamatonga, Tongaloa to Talatanga.
They're gonna be tongue twisted by the end of the matches, bro. For real,
Imagine
for
Michael
real.
Cole saying
Man,
that.
Michael Cole gonna be butchering everybody's name. Tonga Fatu, like all kind of stuff, boy. Tonga Uso, like this
Oh.
man gonna be butchering everybody's name, bro.
I thought
But
it was interesting here that they actually said his real name, right? Isaiah
mhm,
Fatu. So who knows, man? You got Jacob Fatu. He's been outspoken on the internet as of recent, saying, "Hey, Jacob, call me."
yeah,
Have you seen that
yeah,
video?
yep, I did
So
see that one.
he
I
could
think
come
they would
back
keep
as
Zilla.
Isaiah Fatu.
Nah, they have to keep Zilla, bro. They have
I
to.
hope so. It's a great
They
name.
have to, bro. They gotta keep Zilla Fatu, bro. They have to, dog. Like they can do the see. He's bloodline. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
not
yeah.
and they ain't got nothing to do with. Because I mean, look, they went with Solo Sokoa. They ain't call him Solo Uso or
True.
Solo Fatu. Like they didn't do that. You know, I just feel like Zilla Fatu is way better as a wrestler name than Isaiah Fatu.
Yeah,
You know what
no,
I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Plus, when he joins, him joining Jacob will be phenomenal. But then again, him under Solo might be nasty too, because you got to think like you got Jacob and Zilla, like they sharing a lot of spotlight. I feel like if they throw Zilla in there with Solo, he gonna take the spotlight.
You know how he can make an incredible impact?
How?
I've said this to you. uh, he he is currently under a Legends contract, and we have yet to see him. We
Oh
know when he says
yeah. Armando
Armando
Andro
Alejandro
Estrada. Yeah, that would
Estrada.
be dope.
I
But he would
mean,
have to be
bro,
on his own for some stuff like that, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like he had to be on he had to be on his own to have because I just don't see. I mean, Alejandro will fit with the
everybody think
bloodline
about this
because
though. everyone who has come to the bloodline who has broken out into a star has come what? Under somebody first. Jacob came under
True.
Solo. Solo
True.
came under Roman. The Usos, pretty much with the whole bloodline story were under Roman as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be perfect, man. He joins Jacob. He's got the mouthpiece similar to like Paul
Yeah.
Heyman on the other side of the bloodline spectrum. That would be fire, bro. And
No, it would be. It
he
would be.
has that
Armando would just
connection
have
to
to be a face at the
Umaga.
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be perfect. If they
Oh,
set that up, bro, that would be perfect. That would. But you see, Rikishi said, "Welcome to the industry." Like he's
yes.
he's already in wrestling, so
Mhm.
he's already a part of. So what industry? I think he's talking about WWE when he say "Welcome to the industry" because he's already a part of the wrestling industry. Like my
Yeah.
man's has matches. Like it's not like he's you get what I'm saying, bro? He's
No, I
already
know.
what industry are you talking about, Rocky? You gotta be talking about the WWE industry, bro. You got to. So to me, I feel like if we don't have Zilla by SummerSlam, bro, or if he's not in War Games, I would be surprised.
It would have to be War Games. I mean, you got let's just think about this real quick, all right? You got Hikuleo or Talatong. Bro, I'm never
Talatonga,
gonna be able to say that name.
Talatonga, Tamatonga, Tongaloa.
So there's 3, and then you have Solo, right? And War Games is normally 5-on-5, isn't it?
Yep.
So they would have to add one more member as well. And then you could have, if you're just sticking with Bloodline, you would have Zilla, the Usos, Roman, and then you'd have to add somebody else as well. Who, Jacob?
Yep.
Because Jacob would be on that side,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, yeah, it could work perfect. It really could.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, no, and Solo's already got JC Mattea. How could we forget?
Yeah, I thought he was already part of the 4 you mentioned for Solo. Tonga, no, that's the 5.
Yeah, bro.
That's the 5.
We forgot the GOAT, JC
we
Mattea.
forgot about JC Mateo Tonga.
You know why we forgot? Because he
Why?
ain't part of the bloodline.
Exactly, bro. This man is from Hawaii or something. I
I
think they
have
say
no
he's from,
idea.
bro. Like,
He's
yeah, dog.
Rikishi's tax accountant. That's who
Man,
he is.
he Rakishi used to babysit him. That's why he part of the
Uh,
bloodline now, bro.
oh man. All right. Well, moving on from the bloodline, we got another little teaser. I've been loving these little teasers from people online. I think they do it now on purpose to get the internet all riled up. But you got AJ Lee's Instagram story saying, "Hello, darkness, my old friend," with her old wrestling boots on.
I mean,
Evolution is next
and it's a battle royal, bro. Don't forget.
Sunday.
And what
Yeah,
we asked, then we say like
we did.
we was like, do they got enough women? Like sometimes they bring back Tori Wilson, Stacy Keebler. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like that would be the pop of probably of like women's wrestling in a long time, bro. That would be a crazy pop, bro.
Yeah,
That would be a crazy. And like I say, bro, look at here, bro.
What's up, RT?
Look at here, bro. You still don't think this match may or may not happen, bro. But if she comes back, they are going to have CM Punk and AJ versus Becky and Seth Rollins, bro. They have to have that match happen.
I called you crazy originally, but now I mean, dude.
Bro, at this point,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
done seen CM Punk versus Seth Rollins by themselves. Throw the
yeah,
wives in there, bro. Make it more interesting now.
yeah, yeah,
Throw the wives in there, bro. Becky
yeah.
Lynch is on there. She talk about her husband all the time. She mentions Seth Rollins a lot on Raw.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If AJ Lee comes, if AJ Lee makes, see, my thing is, will Becky Lynch be in that battle royal? Because if Becky Lynch is in that battle royal, AJ and Becky will have a stare down, bro, if she comes back.
I don't think so. I think the goal for Evolution is probably going to be a triple threat for the IC title: Becky, Bailey, Lyra.
But my thing is because the winner gets the champ. Winner faces the heavyweight. You know, one of the women champions. And
But they're going to have
Ashley Harris.
titles on the line.
Hmm?
So that's the storyline right now. I'm saying for Evolution, they're gonna have all
Oh
the
yeah,
women's
I
titles
get
on
you.
the
I
line.
get you. That's basically her being in like jumping in two story. Unless they just can see her dropping that championship to Bailey in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Didn't have Bailey and Lyra, because if you have AJ Lee come back, the only person that's to me that they should have versus AJ is Becky. Like the
Mm,
husbands are going at each other's throats. So you
yep.
mean to tell me that the wives wouldn't? You talking about some good TV? Come on, bro. That'll be some good TV.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it now. And that thought originally came out, I was like,
Maybe it's
"Nah,
too
bro, we
early
don't."
for that thought,
I
bro.
was
Maybe
like,
it's
"We
too
don't
early for
need
that
it."
thought.
But now, like you said, we've seen multiple matches with the 2.
Multiple.
They're
What
just
else
gonna
can they
feud
do?
until eternity anyway. You
What
might
else
as
can
well
they
drag
do?
their wives into
Add
it,
the
right?
wives in there, bro. Add the
So
wives.
the next one, you have a little teaser for Evolution. It's on the thumbnail. Saraya had tweeted out, "Evolution is this weekend," which obviously it's not even. I mean, she should have waited until tomorrow or this Saturday in order to tweet out,
Yeah.
"Is it this weekend?" Because she was a week early.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think?
Yeah. It has something to why is she talking about it?
Yeah.
She gonna pop up. Again, even if it's just for one night to for them 30 women, bro. Let's be honest, right? They need some buzz. Cause
Mm,
we know how men is when it come to wrestling, bro. Most of the time they look at the women matches as bathroom matches or whatever the case may be, which is so crazy with the talented roster that we have right now. So
yeah.
I
Fact.
think I think as far like they need to hype this pay per-view up as much as they can, bro. It's an all women's pay per view. We've
Mhm.
had it in the past and it did phenomenal. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And now we have an even more stacked roster. So
Mhm.
it may not take much for them to you got Stephanie Vicari, you got Julia, you got Naomi, beyond like you got some heavy hitters. So I think the PLE will be good, but you got these legends teasing a potential return. Two of them, Paige and AJ, probably swore never to come back after they left again. So it's gonna be good, bro. I'm looking forward to it now. Like seeing these little rumors, it's kind of getting me excited for it.
I think it needs stuff like this, right? Would you agree? I mean, listen,
Yeah, it
like you
does.
just
It
said,
does. It
y-
does. You have no Cody, you have no John Cena, you have no Jimmy or Jay Uso, you have no Bloodline, you have no Roman. You just got the women putting on the show, and that's why they calling back one of my favorites. Not to
yeah,
spoil it, but they
yeah.
call back one of my favorites. You'll see her tomorrow. Yeah, bro, they need that star power. They need that star power to put them butts in the seat. So yeah,
I don't think they need it as far as wrestling. I think they need it as far as like you
the
just said,
buzz.
like the buzz around
The
it.
buzz, yeah. Because they
So
got the talent. They got the talent.
exactly,
Like once they got you locked in, you locked in, but they just gotta get you, they gotta get you to pay attention to it.
100%. And WWE, they like clickable stuff for afterwards, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody flocks to the internet to get those viral clips.
Yeah.
Here's another one, obviously touching on Evolution, once again, they have been talking about incorporating, um, a TNA talent, and we just talked about the partnership, right? So,
Yeah.
when you have TNA talent, you talk about the Iconics who are, the inspiration in TNA. I think
And
they
the
would
first
fit in
ever
perfect.
WWE women's tag team champions too.
I think it would be perfect, bro. Do you remember when they first debuted on the main roster coming from NXT?
Mm-hmm.
You talk about they got a huge pop, bro.
Yeah, yeah, they did, bro. They were over. Like I said, bro, they won. They were the first ever women's tag champs. Am,
Very
am I
over.
right? Or was it
I'm not
Bailey and Sasha? I could have sworn the Iconics
no,
won those tag
I
titles.
thought it was,
It could have
I
been
thought it
Bailey and
was
Sasha.
Sasha and Naomi.
It definitely wasn't Sasha and Naomi.
No?
Uh-uh.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
It's either the Iconics or Sasha and Bailey were the first ever tag champs.
Sasha Bailey, you're right. Yep,
Sasha
Sasha
Bailey,
Bailey, you're right.
okay.
Yep.
Iconics, they
When did
won
they
those
win
tag
that?
titles too.
2019 they were introduced.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wasn't even that
Yep.
long ago.
Nope, nope. So I
Damn.
mean that would be decent, bro. Especially with them just signing with TNA again. That would be dope because that TNA NXT door is always open.
100%. I would actually like to see more interaction, right? I mean, when that first partnership, first got introduced, um, I was expecting more week in and week out. And if you guys, watch podcasts or whatever on the Ariel Hawani show, he just had Jeff and Matt Hardy. And they're talking about they want one final farewell run in WWE as well. Obviously, they're with TNA now too.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully
It
we
can
get
happen.
that down the line.
It can happen, bro. I hope so. WWE been banning them contracts. Joe Hendry about to go to WWE. We already know that.
Yep.
Just like Jordan Grace did. They just prepping them over. But again, it's like a little funnel. I don't feel like it's to the point where they feel like they still in the talent, because I feel like they got that partnership where if Joe Hendry wants to come back for an episode of TNA, he can do that.
Yep.
That's what's up with this partnership. Truth be told, I feel like WWE gonna buy him out probably within the next couple years, man. Who knows? So that just seems like that's the direction is probably gonna lead to.
Yeah.
Because they just taking all their talent. So why not just buy them? Real
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Like they took Joe Hendry, they took Jordan Grace, and I'm sure they're gonna grab a couple more. Now, granted, some of the WWE talent does leave or get released and then go to TNA. Like Cedric Alexander, he went to TNA instead of going to. Yeah, he went to TNA instead of going to AEW with Bobby Lashley and them. So, you never know just when you may be able to come back to WWE.
Yeah, it's almost, also kind of cornering the market as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let us know down below, guys, what you guys thought about our first little weekly wrestling roundup. I think this is like kind of fun way.
Yeah, this is dope because we normally just send this to each other. So to be able to talk about it on a live is pretty cool.
So we do plan on doing this weekly. It's going to be a weekly series. We got to nail down the actual day, and then you guys can expect it every single week on that particular day. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I like like you just said, we send this to each other. We talk about it, behind the scenes anyway. So we
Yeah.
might as well just come on the camera and do it with you guys, and you guys can interact with us. So again, let us know down below if you guys like this kind of content format. Like the content, share the content, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have a ton of stuff next week for you guys.
Yep.
Saturday night's main event, Evolution, all that good stuff. So anything else, bro?
That's it, bro.
All right. So got your boy Dylan.
Got your boy Break.
And we're out.
Y'all be safe.